Hello guys and welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm here with Mushoku Tensei Season 3 episode number 4 reaction. Okay, the previous episode we got to see Rudy's life, like normal life now that he's back, and yeah, like what he does after he wakes up, goes to, like the school. He met like a lot of friends again. Obviously, it's been a while. He went to save his mother and all that. And like he also got a little gift, a prosthetic hand, which by using magic he can control. And yeah, and we got to see the, like the characters that were here, like Zanova. What was her name, the little girl, Julie, right? Yeah, Julie. The two cat girls, I forgot their names, whatever their names were. Them, Nanahoshi. Roxy is going to be teaching Rudy's class. He had a little bit of a conversation with Cliff. Cliff wasn't happy by the fact that he married another girl. Like that whole thing. And yeah, all those things happened, and at the end of the day, he's living a normal life, a peaceful life. So yeah, what can go wrong? I'm sure something's going to go wrong. So let's see what happens. Yeah, let's get started. Episode number 4. I'll be putting the timer over here, sync the timer to the original video, and watch it alongside my reaction. And yeah, let's begin. Okay, here's the countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. Hmm. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, Rudy's here. Oh. Oh, what the? Oh. Oh. Right. Hmm. Okay. Okay. Oh, senators. Hmm. True. Bruh. Yeah, I was gonna say. Yeah. Yeah. Hmm. All right. Wow. Can you imagine this girl is also an isekai character? Damn. If that happens. Whoa. What? Is someone up there? Sylphie's not here. She's gone to work. Okay, that window is open. What the? Uh. Whoa, what the? What? Wait. Oh my god, is that a carnivorous plant or something? What? Oh my god. She's keeping monsters in her room? Oh wow. What? Hello? Why? Oh my god. No, that's not the point. The point is why bath water? Just give it normal water. Burn it. Yeah, when it's gonna eat you. Yeah. I'll train it. Okay. Really? Yeah. Wow. Okay, what? Well, yeah, what? Oh, the holy relic. No freakiness will phase me. Yeah, that's a good point. Like Sylv will probably be like, ah, whatever. Roxy, nah. Oh no, she's here. Hey yo. Okay, you. Damn, it's dancing now. Why is it dancing? It's actually dancing. Oh, really? Well, won't it grow bigger? Oh, really? Oh, damn. Bruh. Wow. Eat. Hmm. Absorptive manatite. It's something. Okay. Yeah, it's just that he wants to make like a countermeasure for that. Hmm. Oh, it's mana crystal. Oh. Yeah. Ah. Hmm. What's happening? Okay, what's happening? Wow. It's a teacher though, but you know. He's like, yeah, this is outside my. Okay, what's going on? Wow. Yeah, I don't think that's what's happening here. Bruh. And yeah, he's talking about something else. Hmm. Okay. Yeah, alright, there you go. Yeah, when they were going back, yeah. Yeah, Rudy was very, you know, Rudy's trauma was that he didn't want to go outside and all that. What the? Oh, that's a nice little stable they made for him. Oh yeah, because they're going to be doing the. Yeah, okay, makes sense. It's to protect the horse. Damn. Yeah. So it's kind of the. Damn. Oh my god. Wow. It's gone. Where's he going to? There's no tree left. Damn. All right. Obviously, Rudy's mana pool is way bigger, so he this wasn't his limit. Unlike Roxy. Well, oh. Wow. Oh my god. Mm. King class water mage. All right. Hmm. All right, and there you go. That was today's episode, episode number 4. All right, so today we had Rudy learning. Uh, Wait, what was it called? The king class water magic, and now he is capable of unleashing that. Um, like Roxy said, like this was like obviously this is Rudy we're talking about. He always has been this amount of talent. Like he always had this amount of talent. So he was able to just master it by just looking at it once. And but I guess in a way you could say that, as Rudy said, that when he was looking at it, like it did kind of remind him of cumulonimbus, that that thing that he used to do. So I guess it was more or less something that he was accustomed to. So he just kind of like expanded upon it, I guess you could say. But either way, other than that, again we had like some like some normal like stuff happening in today's episode. First and foremost, the those two geese and the other dude, I forgot the dwarf's name. Those two went on their way. Geese gave Rudy the his share and Paul's share and a little bit of extra. And then we had that whole encounter with that, not encounter, but like Aisha keeping a Trent, right? Yeah, in her room. At which Rudy was like, "No, I'm not going to allow this," and then Aisha's like blackmailed him into accepting. Oh my god. Then we also had um Zanoba, then Zuli, Cliff, everyone joining them for dinner. Yeah, these type of stuff, like normal stuff, um, happened. We got to see. Now, a few things to talk about here. First and foremost, um, okay, yeah. First and foremost, Zenith, as you can see, is recovering. Like, it's not as if like she's not recovering at all. She still doesn't have her memories, but she's at least like doing stuff. In the previous episode we saw she was kind of like petting Norn's like head and everything. Now today we see her in the garden pulling out weeds, and yeah, so it's like it's like what can I say? Like she's like doing things that she used to do before, like a habit, I guess you could say. And now that she has settled down again in a normal environment, she's kind of, I guess, remembering them and just doing them, kind of like like a habit. But yeah, like it's at least progress in a proper direction. She still like cannot really remember anything, I'm assuming. Or even if she can remember stuff, she's at least not expressing it, or she cannot express it. So stuff like that. And yeah, this is this is going to take a while, like from looking at, like, unless like Rudy and someone else are able to like help her out in some other way, like some magic or something, to like cure her. Unless and until something like that happens, this is going to take a while, because from what we can gather, Zenith's situation is something that is not going to be resolved that easily. Like, he's making progress, but it's very slow progress. Either way, um, yeah, that was that. And then we had the whole, like, that that plant. What? Okay, what did he call it? Trent, right? Just a minute. Trent, yeah. So obviously, so these are like, now these are stuff like this trend. I I have seen them in, obviously, in uh not in real life, obviously not. I'm talking about like games and like, other animes, but they, like they're not like as common as some other stuff that we see, like, goblins or slimes. These are like common in every single fantasy, be it like story, like novel, anime, whatever. um but yeah, trends are also there, but I haven't really seen in them that much. But yeah, these are obviously like it as just like it looks like it's a plant that has like that is like a monster, I guess you could say. But the thing is, Aisha, as she says, like Aisha wants to keep it, but Rudy's like, no. Like, what the hell? Like, now it's this small, so it's fine. Who knows when the hell it's going to try to eat us? But as we get to know from Roxy, apparently these things can be trained, which we did kind of see, because Aisha herself kind of demonstrated it. She was like, "Oh, well, give your hand," and she can kind of give its hand or tentacle or whatever the hell it was. And so, when Roxy said that, yeah, you know what, you don't have to worry about it. If you properly train it, this will be fine. um I guess then Rudy was like, okay, like, if Roxy's saying it, then it's gonna be okay, I guess. um yeah. and, and Aisha was like ready to reveal the holy relic. Now obviously, as this is something that Rudy doesn't know how Sylphie and Roxy is going to react to if they get to know about it. Like Sylphie, I like, the thing is, I can imagine Sylphie obviously is going to be very surprised, and she is going to be questioning Rudy for a moment. But for Sylphie, at least, I feel like at the end of the day, she will be like, ah, it's fine. You know, Roxy, however, I'm not sure, because first and foremost, that is Roxy's underwear. So yeah, that in itself is a big thing. So, like, I'm pretty sure Roxy will not allow it. Or, like, I don't know. So yeah, Rudy's like, nah, man, you cannot say that. So in the end, after they were like, all right, fine, like, you can keep it, Aisha was like, all right, I'm also gonna keep your secret. Right. Okay, and then we had that section with where Julie made that rigid like figurine, which is as good as how Rudy makes it. Um, we also had Cliff and Rudy experimenting upon the thing, the Hydra scale, and you can see, like, obviously Rudy's trying like the most and to do it like fast, like quickest, and try to get this over with as quick as possible. Is because, as he said, that I don't want what happened to repeat in the future. This is a problem that they faced with the Hydra, where magic wasn't, working. So he wants to find a solution to this as soon as possible, and kind of, like, make sure that if something similar happens in the future, they are not without any options. And if, like, if the same thing happens in the future, he's not able to do anything, that'll be a big regret, because, like, he will regret about the fact that when I had time, I didn't do anything about it. And like something like what happened with Paul, like, if something like that repeats, then yeah, no. So Rudy's like, I need to get this sorted out as soon as possible. But in the end, when Cliff was like, like, I'll be here, don't worry about it, Rudy was like, all right, fine. And then he kind of invited them to dinner. They hadn't seen Lucy either, so, like, everyone came in to see Lucy. Yeah, everyone was there, like Elena Lays, Cliff, like Julie, Zanoba, everyone came in. and yeah, and they had a good time. And then we had that whole misunderstanding about Rudy asking Roxy to teach him the magic. Where's that part? Yeah, I asked Roxy to teach us king class water magic. Um, yeah. So everyone misunderstood. In the end, they went together, and yeah, they practiced it. Now, here, as you can see, Roxy, after using it only once, she kind of got tired, and her mana was like exhausted almost, so she wasn't able to do anything more. But Rudy was just, Rudy just did it, and then he was completely fine. I don't remember exactly which season it was, but I do remember Roxy herself saying that, like, even if I can use these type of magic, Rudy's more like, what's that word? Like, Rudy's more like skillful and talented than me, because like he has such a huge mana pool that, like, unlike me, who can, who, due to my mana pool, I can go up until a certain point, like Rudy can easily surpass me. Yeah, even though I'm someone who's currently more skillful than him. Skill and, like, these type of like magic, they can be taught, they can be learned, but where true like talent and, like, like where true power comes from is like being able to go above that, which is something that Roxy will not be able to do, while Rudy will be able to. I don't remember which season it was, but I do remember her kind of saying something along those lines. She also said something along the lines of, "This makes me a little bit like jealous of Rudy because of, like how he will be able to, um, like surpass me, like surpass I, learn all of this and easily surpass me." Either way, yeah, and Rudy did it. Rudy learned the king class water spell. Um, Sylphie wasn't able to do it though, as she said. But then Roxy was like, "Oh, like, it's fine. You'll probably be able to do it in the future, right?" Something like that. She said, because she said, like, like five, one time out of five time I also fail. Yeah, even I fail one time in five. So there you go. It's interesting because, like, they call it like water magic, but like I get it, but technically it was lightning. So I'm, like, I guess it makes sense them putting in lightning in water magic, because I'm assuming there's no like lightning element, like, in some like games, or like, some like fantasy world, lightning is actually an element. Just like how water, fire, earth is element, lightning is an element. So here I'm assuming, like, like I don't remember, but I'm assuming lightning is not an element, so it makes sense. And I guess it makes sense, like, because if you think about it, lightning being an element is a bit weird, because, like, you know water makes sense, earth makes sense, like these are like nature's, like, like things from where, what can I say, like it's like those fundamental things that are there, like water, earth, um fire, uh what else, um wind, like these things, like light, dark, like these elements kind of make sense in that sense, like, and then obviously there are like other worlds and everything where there's like different elements, like lightning, and what else, um what else are there, other, like, like weird, like, like elements they kind of put in. Yeah, so I guess putting lightning in water, because technically they are using it, I guess it makes sense. Yeah. Right. Yeah, and there you go. That was that. And yeah, that's it. There's nothing else to discuss about. Again, this was just like a normal episode with them just doing normal things. No crazy stuff is still happening. I'm sure something's going to happen, and whatever's going to happen is probably going to be connected to Eris, because we have been seeing Eris for a while. At the very beginning of the season, we saw Eris, and yeah, so let's see. Let's wait and see what happens and where this goes, and how Rudy's normal, like life against go crazy or something. Right. Okay, one thing I was talking about here now, I doubt that is what is going on, or that is what's happen is going to happen. But it would be pretty funny if if Lucy ends up being like also someone who got isekai'd. Like when when Lilia was like saying that, oh, like like this reminds me of when you were a kid, where Paul used to try to make you laugh, but you were not really laughing at all. It was very difficult. You know, Obviously the reason behind it is because, like, at that point Rudy was someone who got like reincarnated. So the very first few episodes, if you remember, Rudy was a like an actual person with proper, like like understanding as to what is going on, while being inside a kid. So when Paul used to try to make him laugh, he didn't laugh because obviously he's not a kid. So like stuff like that. And so that's why I guess it makes sense. And that's why when Lilia brought that up, I was like, it'll be pretty funny if Lucy, if if it ends up being Lucy's also someone, like inside of her is someone who's also someone who got reincarnated. I doubt that is going to happen. Like I doubt, I very much doubt it. I don't think there will be any more, like, or even if there is other people who got reincarnated here, like we already have one, like Nanahoshi. Um if there are other characters here, I doubt it's going to be any of Rudy's children. I doubt that, because I don't know, that'll be extremely, like, bizarre, I would say. So I doubt that. But anyways, just a thought that came to my mind. I was like Lilia was saying stuff like that, so I was like, oh, like what if she's also someone who got reincarnated and that's why she's not laughing. Oh my god. Anyways, so yeah, there you go. That is it. That was my reaction to episode number 4 of Mushoku Tensei season 3. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to press the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel, or you haven't subscribed. Comment down below anything you want to say, anything you want to let me know. I'll check them out. That is it. And yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next week with another episode. Until then, goodbye and have a nice day.